Today, we are going to outline the proper technique for using the AccuTome accupen. When the accupen first arrives, unpack the shipping carton. Inside, you'll find the accupen carrying case and AccuTip covers. The case contains the accupen, manual, quick reference guide, battery, and screwdriver. Take the flathead portion of the screwdriver, open the battery door, and place the battery inside of the unit. Use the screwdriver to tighten the compartment shut. Be sure not to over-tighten the screw. Batteries typically last 4 to 6 months and can be purchased from AccuTome. Once the battery is installed in the unit, it will beep and give a display on the screen. The unit is ready for use. AccuTip covers eliminate cross-contamination and protect the transducer tip from dust and liquids that could potentially damage the unit. AccuTip covers can be purchased directly from AccuTome or authorized AccuTome distributors and must be used for each test. Simply roll the cover on using the cardboard applicator. The ring of the AccuTip cover should sit on the slot of the sensor. This photo is an example of a properly placed tip cover. Pleats indicate proper tension while allowing the transducer tip to move freely. Tip covers that are too tight could introduce false resistance to the transducer pin and IOP measurements could read higher. Tip covers that are too loose can fold over or crease and possibly create erratic measurements with your accupen tonometer. In order to take measurements, first anesthetize the patient's eye. To turn on the accupen, press and release any of the control buttons. The unit will show a display on the screen and beep twice when ready for use. Quickly press and release the action button. The accupen will beep twice and display a rotating line indicating that it is ready for measurements. Gently tap the transducer tip on the patient's cornea. The probe should be perpendicular to the apex of the cornea, and measurements should be taken at the center of the cornea. When the unit is being properly implanted to the cornea, the unit will produce short chirps followed by one longer chirp. The longer chirp indicates you have obtained an IOP measurement. The number of short chirps can vary, but typically 3 to 5 chirps will produce one measurement. To obtain a second IOP measurement, position the pen into testing position. Press and release the action button and tap the cornea again. You can record up to 9 separate IOP readings and can view the independent readings by using the arrow buttons next to the LCD screen to scroll through the measurements. To view the acquired measurements, use the arrow keys. When multiple measurements have been captured, an asterisk next to one of the numbers will indicate the furthest from the average. To delete individual measurements, hold down one of the arrow buttons for approximately 3 seconds. The unit will chirp indicating the measurement on the screen has been deleted. After deleting one measurement, the accupen will automatically update the average IOP measurement. The accupen also has an IOP adjustment calculator. Hold down the action button for 3 seconds to enter the IOP adjustment mode. Enter the patient's central corneal thickness by using the arrow buttons to scroll up or down. Press and hold to increase or decrease thickness by increments of 10. It is important to note the accupen does not take corneal thickness measurements. To clear the accupen completely, hold down both arrow buttons for approximately 3 seconds. The unit will chirp indicating the measurements have been deleted. Once 6 zeros appear on the screen, the unit is ready to acquire a new measurement. If the accupen is capturing erratic readings, not acquiring measurements, or an error message is displayed, the unit may need to be calibrated or cleaned. When calibration is necessary, simply hold the up arrow and action buttons simultaneously for about 3 seconds until the prob horiz display screen appears. Hold the transducer horizontal to the floor and press the action button. The unit will chirp and display prob up, Hold the unit so that the transducer tip is pointed directly in the air and press the Action button. The unit will then chirp and display Prob down. The last step in the calibration requires the user to hold the unit so that the transducer is pointed directly towards the floor. Press the button to complete the process. When calibration is complete, the unit will feature a number on the screen. If your screen displays a No Calc, the calibration process was not performed correctly. Please try to calibrate your unit again. If the unit displays an error message, please contact your Accutome representative for further support.